done one of these in a while. It's been a little bit.
You were one of the heroes, I think unsung heroes Saturday. Kind of take us through those two highlight plays. Sack early in the game, 11-yard, I believe it was an 11-yard loss.
Yeah.
Take us through that, and then the tackle for loss.
First of all, I want to apologize for my sack. I didn't get him down the first time. It took me a little bit. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
So, but no, I was put in a position to make the play. I was very fortunate. I just made the most of it. You know, anytime you have a running back or a tight end block you, you got to make those plays. So I just made the most of my opportunity. And then the tackle at the end, that was fun because when you watch it, when I tackled him, Isaiah Chisholm, he came in at the end too, and we were looking at each other. Like running back was in between us, we were looking at each other. We were like just screaming at each other mid-play. That was a fun play.
How much, talking to Scooter, it sounded like, scouting set up a lot of big plays for you guys. Would you say that was the case with those plays as well, knowing what was coming, being in position to make the play based on the work you put in before
Absolutely.
the game?
I mean, we scout hard for every game. You got to be prepared. You got to know what they're running for every game. But when you play a team like Penn State, I mean, there's very little room for error. So you kind of have to. I mean, we attack every game the same way, but I mean, it's Penn State. You got to be extra on your P's and Q's, and you gotta play fast, because the second you think too much and you're like, oh man, I don't remember this formation, and they're gashing you for 40 yards. And that one of their touchdown runs that they had, that was I don't want to say it's my fault. I made some good plays, but I also had some bad plays. I had a bad box on that touchdown run that they had, and that was my fault. I should have seen that tight end coming. So every play matters. I mean, it was a one-score game. So I mean, we kept it a little closer than we should have. It kept me stressed out the entire game. That was fun, but I wish we would have kept more of a separation. But a win's a win.
And you mentioned, it took a while for that first sack. How much did that play embody that strain mentality that your coaches have kept preaching that entire week?
Oh yeah, I was straining. I tackled him. My feet were running, and then my feet weren't running. And I was kind of looking up at him as I'm trying to bring him down. I see him whining back. I'm like, please don't throw it. Please don't throw it. So I had to start my feet again and just, like you said, just straining.
The offensive guys said that Coach Neuheisel kind of really streamlined things and made things simplified for their side of the ball. How streamlined at all was the game plan and the way Coach Coyle called the game compared to what you guys had been doing?
Oh, it was nice. I mean, I'm not going to get into the scheme of things, obviously, but I think Coach Coyle, what he did a really, really, really good job of was understanding what kind of team we are and what kind of players we are right off the bat. I mean, he was here for a couple weeks. I don't know. And immediately, I remember during the Northwestern game, at halftime, he came in. We let up 17 points, and at halftime, he came in. He was like, okay, I understand who you are. I understand who you are. This is what we're going to do. And we held him scoreless the second half. So he does a really good job at playing to our strengths and playing fast. And the less we think, the faster we play, more tackles we get, more likely it is to win. So he knows that, we know that, and it's just been a lot of fun.
It seems like there are more wrong ways to sack the quarterback illegally than there are correct ways.
Yeah, probably.
When you get to that moment, I mean, how cognizant are you of the fact that, you got to bring him down, but there's also, it seems like, a lot of ways you can draw a flag with that. How do you guys coach that up?
This was something from Coach Malloy. Bottom of the numbers, top of the knees. That's your strike zone right there. That's where you got to hit them. But I'm going to be honest with you, when you're in the moment, you're not really thinking about it. You're just like, I just got to get this dude down. So I just stay away from thankfully, I think he's a little taller than me. I'm 6'4". I think they had him listed at 6'5", so that helped. If he was 5'10", I might have got a target on him. But he's a tall dude, so it made it a little easier for me.
How did this team stay together through that 0-4 start, right? Because it could have easily just fell apart, especially knowing you guys were playing a top 10 team.
Right. No, I mean, for sure, because we see it on film. I mean, we've played some pretty bad games the first 4 games, but then when you watch on film, it's never as bad as you think it is. And we're just one play away here, one play away there, and we just knew that if we could just hone in on the little details and bring that all together. And I think, when you're playing a team like Penn State, like I said earlier, you got to really, really be on your P's and Q's. So, I'm not going to lie, I kind of forgot the question, so I'm just keep talking.
You're good.
I mean, yeah, just locking in, just straining every day, getting better every day, and just knowing what we have in the building. I think that, and trust. When Coach Coyle came in, Coach Skip took over, the transition was so smooth. I mean, there wasn't any, I don't like this, I don't like that. I liked it the old way, I like it the new way. It's more just, this is the situation that we're in, let's just make the most of it. Coach Coyle came in, did a great job. We made him feel like, this is his home, because it is his home now. And I think that trust that we've kind of built in that really, really short period of time just kind of propelled us to that win.
What's the challenge as a pass rusher when you're rushing a quarterback like Aiden Childs?
Jeez. Well, I need to watch a little bit more film, but the film that I have watched, that's a challenge because you gotta keep him contained. You know, nothing's more disheartening. I mean, you saw on the flip side with Nico, nothing's more disheartening when it's 3rd and 15 and then the quarterback takes off for 50 yards. You're like, oh my gosh. So, but we're gonna have that challenge with Michigan State. Like he's an athlete. He can run. So we got to keep him contained. You know, we gotta rush. We got to get him off his points. But when we do get him off his points, we got to make sure he doesn't sneak out. Like, yeah.
There have been some kind of changes in the rotation before that game, and you had a teammate who was out for targeting, you had a teammate who was injured, and obviously you played a heavy amount in that game. Did you feel like you really wanted to make the most of your opportunity and maximize your presence?
Absolutely. I mean, all the guys are just ready for their moments, you know, and the guys that were injured, guys that weren't playing, they were loud and they were cheering. I've never seen smiles that big, you know, and we were having a good time. We have a lot of guys that can go. We have a lot of defensive ends, so I mean, rotating is actually, I like rotating. You know, obviously I want to play as much as I can, but sometimes I get a little winded out there. So, I mean, it's nice to have guys being able to come in, and I've been that guy, the guy that come in and give someone a break. And last week I was the guy that was in there, and they had to come and give me a break. So it's nice having a lot of guys that can go. And there's the best feeling in the world is getting a sack. The second best feeling, this might sound a little selfish, but the second best feeling is watching your friend get a sack. So anytime me and my friends make a big play, I celebrate just as much as it was if I was when I made that big play.
Can you take us through, the off season? There was some confusion about you going to the portal. There was a situation with Navy. Can you tell us kind of what happened?
That's a very long story that can't get into all the details there. But yeah, that was a weird week for me. It was a weird week for everybody, really. And yeah, I had a little situation with the Naval Academy. It required me to hop in the portal for a little bit, but I'm super happy to be here. I was happy to get back. I don't like, not a big fan of weird transitions like that. Just not being at practice and you feel like you're letting your teammates down, and just getting back in the building was a breath of fresh air. Just being like, all right, I'm back, settled in, ready to roll. So that was good to get back.
Do you have a commitment to the Naval Academy after graduation at some point, or how does?
I do.
Service commitment?
No, I do not.
Okay.
No.
So that was all resolved in a matter of a week then?
No, this has been like the last year and a half. Ever since there's been a little bit of back and forth ever since I got here.
Oh.
But
it's all done now. I mean, there's nothing to.
Yeah, it's all done. Okay. It's all resolved. Tell you what, though, I mean, I wouldn't mind if the superintendent at the Naval Academy is watching, bring me back for the spring semester. I'd love to serve. I'd love to be with you guys. Miss you guys. But yeah, I'm done here in December. This is my last year of eligibility, and then I'm done here with school. So I mean, I would love to go back to the Naval Academy if they'd have me. But as of right now, no commitment.
Did you overlap with Brian Norwood at all?
I did. Yeah, I did, and I overlapped with him here.
Of course.
So yeah. So I did. Wait a minute. I might be getting mixed up. I think I did. I'm not sure. I don't know if I overlapped with him at Navy and here, or if it was just here. But either way, that's a great dude.
Yeah.
I miss that guy. That's a great guy right there.
In that limbo situation, how did you refocus yourself to, in that week that you described? How did you refocus yourself once you got back?
It's just kind of like, that's a great question. It's just kind of just a wiring that you got to have. You just got to tell yourself, like, this is the situation you're in. There's no sense in looking back at the past, and there's really no sense of looking too far into the future. You just got to be where your feet are. The situation with the Naval Academy, it was what it was, and all that mattered was that I was here now. And walking into the building and seeing the smiles on my teammates' face when I walked back in, I was like, I'm here to stay. Just seeing those smiles and put the biggest smile on my face, and that's what it's all about. Just having a team full of teammates that love you, and I love them too. And it was just a great feeling to get back.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.